What's up guys, welcome back to the vlog. It's the day after dyno day. We had an awesome day at DNA Garage yesterday. Got some power put down on this thing, so now we know it's a nice reliable car that makes a good amount of power, enough to track. Today we're gonna go ahead and start buttoning up the interior because that's what we've been waiting on, is to get the car off of dyno and reliable. Now we can focus our efforts on making it comfy inside. So that said, we've got a lot of componentry that has to work harmoniously with one another inside the interior. And this has been something that I've sort of anticipated. So Evan and I are going to start tackling this today. We've got an e-brake to mount, we've got an e-brake mount plate to mount, we've got our full Street Faction rear seat delete that we've got to make some tweaks to. We also have a bunch of Sparco bits to install today, including our steering wheel and quick release and the carpet. So we're gonna go ahead and get started and get all this stuff sort of jumbled in here. And real quick, if you guys haven't already entered to win this bad boy, every $5 you spend at throtl is one entry. Get your entries in today. There's only a couple days left. Best quick release in the game, boys. So crispy. Now we've got our wheel in here. The circumference of this wheel is a little smaller than the stock wheel, so we want to make sure that we've got the e-brake handle in a nice position. A lot of times at the track, you're moving your hands really fast. You don't want it too close to the wheel where you're gonna keep hitting it.
Real quick, I want to take a second and make a huge shout out to Bink Industries. So Bink is the company that makes this plate that allows the e-brake to mount basically right off the shifter mounting point. So this steel plate here looks like it's water jet and or laser, and it's got the 4 holes perfect.
This is a stock trim ring that holds in your stock rubber shift boot, and this is what would be underneath like your fake leather boot that would come in a standard interior car. What this plate does actually replaces this cheap stamped steel ring that's always rusted because Nissan didn't care because it's covered up by the center console. This rubber boot's actually really nice and actually seals to the shifter on top. So we're just gonna run this. It's a nice racy look. Accomplishes 2 things. It keeps a lot of the hot air and things from blowing through the cockpit, and it seals off the outside elements.
The other really cool thing about this plate here, this Bink Industries plate, is that you don't have to weld a bracket to the chassis.
Just throw that anywhere. You don't need that anyway.
You don't have to weld a bracket to the tunnel here. It just bolts right here, which is a really nice, strong location. And that way, I suppose if someone didn't want to run this style of handbrake, they could remove it. For us, it's more about ease of install and making sure it's nice and solid and sturdy, and that we don't have to weld onto the chassis. So if you want to get one of these plates, check out the link in the description. We'll put a link to that product specifically. Let me show them real quick one more time. So you can see it's real thick. It's got pretty much a universal mounting on this. I'm not sure if we'll be able to use both the holes. We're gonna try to use at least one, and we'll probably have to drill this one more time for our handle.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this over to the drill press, punch this hole out, and we'll be good to go to mount this thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and run over to my toolkit and grab a deburring tool, deburr this. Yes, I could probably do it on the drill press with a little bit bigger bit and just kind of do a little countersink or whatever on it, but I like to do it by hand. All right, so now that I got the e-brake mounted, I've gone ahead and removed it. So it's basically been trial mounted, and for all intents and purposes, it's ready to go in. But we need to put the carpet in first. So that's the next step. I'm gonna go ahead and plunk it in here. I'm gonna go ahead and put the camera down and get cracking. All right, well, as you guys know, on all of our project giveaways, we almost always replace the carpets, just because a new carpet or a new rug in a car can really transform the way the interior feels. I'm a huge fan of fresh, crisp interior. That's where you spend the majority of your time in the car. So just like the rest of our giveaway cars, this car got a brand new black molded carpet from Auto Custom Carpets. If you guys want to redo the carpet in your car, you can find them online. Just click the link down below. They pretty much make a carpet for just about every car as far as I've ever seen. We've never been stumped without one. So we also got ACC floor mats to go on top of this carpet to keep it in nice shape. So I'm looking forward to putting those in too. So I'm going to keep moving forward with this interior, and hopefully we can get the center area all buttoned up and also the dash in the car. That's the goal.
A little later.
Alright guys, so I've been out here slaving away on this carpet, and we got the handbrake in. I wanted to give you guys a little sneak peek of how she looks. Don't mind the little fuzz, that's from my socks.
You wearing Wabaki?
I had my socks on in there. But it's starting to look like something, I guess.
It looks like a hot rod almost interior.
So we're not gonna run a center console armrest because we've got this rod here, and we haven't mounted it yet, but we have the factory handbrake that goes on the bracket that Ricky made over here. I have to cut the holes for that yet. So there will be another manual e-brake in there for parking. All in all, she's coming along real nice. The new carpet looks great. Pretty pumped with the way this is turning out. So we're gonna keep cranking. I think the dash is next. I know you guys want to see that flock dash back in the car, and so do I. So we're gonna get moving on it.
What's up guys? While Mickey's working on the interior of the car, a little package just came in, and I'm pretty excited because this is something that I've seen a lot of people comment about, which is our ugly factory headlights. So I don't know if these have been replaced. There's quite a bit of overspray on them. These are coming out. These are the factory units, but before they come out and I show you the new ones, I want to show you what they look like on, because they just have a standard bulb. Looks yellow, looks outdated. So this is what the headlights look like. Pretty much what you'd expect from a late 80s, early 90s car, just the standard yellow kind of bulbs. Now, these are the new headlights that just came in. So let me set you guys down. We'll unbox these and I'll tell you all about them. All right, so these are the new headlights that Auxbeam sent out to us. Now I saw these in my good friend Calvin's 240SX install videos a couple months back, and I thought they looked pretty trick, and I thought they'd do a great job at replacing the old factory halogen setup that's really yellow with a really nice 6000K setup. It's gonna look really nice, and the headlights will function so much better than the factory halogens with the projectors and the LEDs in here. So it's gonna look pretty cool. Now, to install these, it should be pretty simple. I'm just gonna disassemble the factory buckets here, and I do know that I have to do some cutting. So let me go ahead and just unbolt these, and I'll show you guys what we're working with. All right, so I just got the headlights completely disassembled, and now I see, after watching Calvin's video over again, what I have to trim and why. So let me grab one of these. Let's set this down right there. Essentially, this bucket holds the headlight, and because the back of this headlight is larger than the opening size on this isn't gonna work. So what I have to do is end up trimming all the way around, and all that I'm really gonna be left with on this piece is the flange, and then this ring here will sandwich around. So let me go ahead and clean these up and trim these out with the saw, and I'm actually gonna run these through the blast cabinet because they have a ton of overspray on them. So once these are all cleaned up, I'm gonna actually do the same thing to these. I'm gonna toss these in the blast cabinet, and maybe we paint these a satin black. Actually, I'll probably just paint both these a satin black, and that'll look really good with the new finish here. So let's get this done. I'm not gonna bore you with the refinishing process, so I'll check back in with you guys when that's all complete.
A little later.
All right, so just got this all cleaned up. As you can see, I had to remove quite a bit from those buckets, cut everything out, sandblasted it, and then just put like a semi-gloss black paint on the bucket themselves, which is now basically just a flange, as well as the little headlight rings. These came out really good. So once this dries, I'm gonna let this sit for another 5-10 minutes, and once this dries, I just need to sandwich the flange, then the headlight bucket, then the ring. Then I can install that into the car, and then I can put the black piece on.
Ooh, dang! Damn! Look at that!
Yeah, it looks good, right?
I'm proud of you, Evan. That looks nice.
Yeah, it looks good. Everything should sandwich.
Are we sure these are the same size? Did you check?
Yeah, they're good. So then we just need to put the black, I guess you call them fascias or whatever, back onto the car, and this project will be done. Hey, yo, that's sick.
Hey, they work!
All right, there's the finished product. Wow, those are really bright. These are the brights on, and then these are the regular low beams. It's just such a modern look. It looks so much better. So the headlight project is done. That one's off the list. Once again, huge thank you to Auxbeam for hooking us up, sending us out those lights. If you want to get some lights for yourself, check out the link in the description and give Auxbeam a try. Honestly, I'm very impressed with the quality, and they totally modernized the front end of this car. Now, oh, and Tej is here. First time.
Yeah, are we gonna do a burnout in this or what?
It's ready.
All right, so right now what I've been doing, I've been wiring all 4 speakers in the vehicle, and we ran our own cable instead of using the factory one all the way to the front. Next thing I'm gonna be doing the power, ignition, and ground for the radio.
And Mickey probably didn't give you guys an update, but the carpet is in the car. The Siki handbrake is mounted. The factory handbrake is mounted. The whole shift section is all squared away. This is solid. And you got the speakers mounted in the front. And the door cards, the Street Faction door cards are mounted. And the Sparko steering wheel is mounted. We are getting there.
I'm gonna be the first person to fart in this car. Too late, bro.
Damn, we back in the saddle, baby.
Alright guys, I really hope you enjoyed today's video. We finally got this thing on the streets. The interior is all buttoned up. I think it turned out real minty. We're happy with everything. We're really pumped about all the partners we've got on board. And we hope that you guys have enjoyed this journey with us. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for tuning in today. And thank you for all the comments and likes. We're pumped to have you guys on board. We'll see you next time. And we're looking forward to selecting the winner of our 240SX. If you haven't got your entries in, you better hurry up because the time's almost up.